That's Sam.
That's Carly.
And this is iCarly.
Wrong show, sorry.
That's Jalen.
That's Noah.
And this is the Noah and Jalen Show. And we're bringing you the top 5 WWE matches of all time. And we're bringing you the top 5 WWE matches of all time.
Starting off the list at number 5.
Wait, first, Andre versus Hulk, not on the list. They had a lot of hype. Bad match.
Yeah, this is going to upset a lot of people, but if you actually go back and watch that match, it was nothing. There's a bunch of bad wrestling, and then Hulk picks up Andre, and that's the end of the match.
And it wasn't even the first time Andre got slammed, and it wasn't even the first time that Hulk slammed Andre. So
sorry.
We're just not going to do it.
So starting off our list at number 5 is the match that really stole the show at WrestleMania 3, and that was Randy Savage versus Ricky Steamboat. That match, if you get a chance to watch it, do it, because it's absolutely amazing. Arm Drag City. It was WrestleMania 3. Ricky Steamboat actually ended up winning that match. It was for the IC title. Great wrestling, great entertainment. It was all around good match.
That brings us to number 4. Mankind versus The Undertaker at King of the Ring on June 1st, 1998. And let's be honest, we all know this match. Mankind gets thrown off the top of the cage, lands on the announcer's table. Everyone thought the match was over. He gets on the stretchers, getting carted off, gets back up, comes back in, top of the cage, gets chokeslammed through the cage.
That was not planned, by the way. He was not supposed to go through the cage. So when that happened, he was legitimately
stunned.
He did not know what was going on.
So he lands on top of the chair. His lip gets messed up.
A tooth in his nose.
Yeah,
it was bad. Taker won that match. Number 3, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels versus the Excellence of Execution, Bret Hart, in an Iron Man match at WrestleMania 12. That match just absolutely flawless wrestling the whole time. An Iron Man match is whoever gets the most pins in a 60-minute time slot, and no one got a pin for the entire 60 minutes allotted in that match. So they had to go to an overtime where Shawn Michaels hit Bret Hart with Sweet Chin Music and pinned him for a 3 count. So he won that match. That was for the WWE title.
Number 2, The Rock versus Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 18 on March 17, 2002. It wasn't the main event of the match, but just the atmosphere, the wrestling, everyone was in tune to the match. It was just, if you ever get the chance to watch the match, I say do it. The crowds, it's insane. It'll definitely be the loudest crowd you'll ever see, one of the craziest crowds you'll ever see, and it was like a passing of the torch.
Even though Rock left the WWE shortly after.
But yeah, The Rock would win, and then they would proceed to each do the Hogan post-match tradition. And that brings us to number 1, John Cena versus The Miz at WrestleMania.
No. We can't do that. Number 1, HBK again versus Taker again. I don't know if you're noticing a trend, but The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels tend to do well. So at WrestleMania 25, nothing was different. They did not main event that match, but that match definitely outshined everything else that happened. Taker flying over the ropes, landing on camera guys. Shawn Michaels, he wrestled flawlessly, but in the end, Taker just had him. It was too much for him, and the streak continued.
The thing about the match was, it's the 2 biggest people in WWE history. You can say Hulk Hogan, but he left, went to WCW, so those are the 2 people that stayed with WWE from the start. They've been here, they've stayed here, and just to see him, grandest stage of them all, it's just one of the best matches you'll ever see.
So that's our list.
Again, that's just our opinions.
Yeah, that's our opinions.
I mean,
You're open to dispute it. But if you like this video and you want to see more, hit subscribe.
Like it, leave comments suggesting what you want us to do in the future. We can do more lists. You can just give us topics and we'll talk about them. And it doesn't just have to be wrestling. We'll talk about anything.
Yeah, literally anything under the sun that you can think of, we'll talk about. If you need, we'll do advice panels if you want to leave questions and stuff. We're pretty wise and mature.
Tell your friends if you like the video. This is our first video, so we're just trying to get out there. So like, subscribe.